If you'd watched any of the Tour de France this year, you'd probably seen that some of the guys were riding these nasal strips. I've never used these before, but I thought after seeing the guys on the Tour de France ride it, why don't I give it a go? And that way I can give the feedback for you so you don't have to try it. Let's get these things on. So how are they supposed to work? Apparently they're supposed to open up your nasal passages a little bit more so you can get more air flowing through into the and out of the lungs. I'll explain why a little bit later. So yeah, according to the website, you can breathe 40% more air with this, but just open your mouth. Anyway, let's get these on and actually give it a try. Bought these ones in a pack of 30. If you do like these, you don't have to buy these ones. You can get them for like 10 quid on Amazon and you get twice as many as you get in here. Says you're supposed to wash your nose. I assume that's because you don't want any oils on there so it sticks better to the skin. Seems like far too much effort already. And then after that, all you have to do is take some of the tape off the back, place it in the center of your nose, doesn't really stretch at all, and then it's on. Well, I'm gonna say it. When I breathe in through my nose really hard, it doesn't feel like the nostrils are collapsing in on there. So I'm guessing, yeah, it just stops the nasal cavity from collapsing when you're sniffing really hard. It's definitely a lot like thicker than I realized. It probably doesn't pick up on camera here, but it does have a lot of spring to go back. It's not stretchy, it's solid. It's more of a spring that keeps the skin pulled outwards. Babe, what do you think? Am I looking cool?
I'm definitely looking at your nose more. We'll have to see if they work. You're going to turn some heads.
All right, let's go for a ride and see if I actually like this thing. Would you like to try one?
Yeah, let's give it a bash. I remember having them playing football. It used to be like a little sticky plaster.
Do you think they're better now?
Well, we'll soon find out.
Find out. There you go, man. Looking good.
It's like having a load of airways. Perfect.
I will say at medium efforts, I do find myself breathing fairly equally through my nose and my mouth with this nose strip on, just because I feel like it's more open and I'm not even trying to breathe through the nose. I've got my mouth open, breathing away, and it kind of seems to be naturally coming through the nose as well. At very low efforts, just breathing through the nose is normally no different there. But at high efforts, definitely going all through the mouth again, you know. It's I can literally feel nothing going through the nose. I'm not trying to breathe through the nose, just breathing through my mouth. You of course have lots of color options for it. I just bought the pink ones because they would look good on the YouTube thumbnail. Yeah, you got white, black, and even some skin colored looking ones. One thing that I was expecting to happen is I was expecting my nose to be less runny. I'm quite a runny nose cyclist and runner as well, but no, it kind of feels it's as runny as normal. I don't know why I had that expectation, but yeah, it doesn't make your nose less runny, or it doesn't for me anyway. I will say the strip does feel very present on my face still. We've got into the ride now, haven't we? And I think, yeah, I can still really feel it there. It's right on my nose. And when I put my sunnies on, it rests right on top of the strip, so it doesn't feel like my sunnies are as secure as they could be on my face. Sweat-wise, actually, I didn't mind the sweat on here. It didn't feel like it was getting soggy or soppy or anything, and it didn't feel like it was stopping me from sweating either, so sweat wasn't a problem. Do I think they work? And the answer is kinda. Let me explain. So, do I think it actually helps with airflow through the nose? And my answer to that is actually yes. It feels like the nose collapses less. I feel like I can breathe a lot more through the nose than I normally would, but there is a fatal flaw, and that is we have mouths. Just breathe through your mouth. So do I think it actually helps performance? No, I don't. So final verdict, would I recommend that you buy these? And my answer is absolutely not. To be quite honest, I think they're probably more useful for an easier ride where you're breathing more through your nose rather than through your mouth. But even then, it's just so there. Even right now, after the ride, I still could, it's got so much presence, it's on my face and it's annoying. I do think, you know, if you like the way that it feels and it gives you that slight placebo effect, it could be useful for you. And if you enjoy having it on, you know, like when you race and stuff, sometimes that can be really beneficial. Or maybe when you're sleeping. Some of you might be like me, where the moment your head touches the pillow, it feels like your nose closes up, so you can't always breathe through your nose while you're sleeping. Let's see if this helps with that. Good night. Well, I took it off pretty early in the night because it was annoying me, and it didn't open up the sinuses, it just stopped the nose from collapsing. So yeah, effectively, you're opening up some holes that are already very small when you compare it to your mouth. The mouth is going to be able to take in so much more air, breathe out so much more air, and it's going to be able to do that more quickly. So you just use your mouth. So really, I don't see the point. It's not for me, and it didn't have any other side benefits either. It didn't work for sleep, and it didn't work for helping keep my nostrils clear of runny snot. Jesus, taking off's fairly uncomfortable as well. Guys, as always, if you have any specific questions or more questions, chuck them in the comments below, or you can find me privately on Instagram over here. I reply to pretty much everything. But I've been Jason, this has been Cycling Unboxed. See you in another video.